take number 20 of my civics engagement project reflection. So anyway, I actually had a lot of fun with this project, and the inspiration behind it actually came from a Sunday sermon when we had a guest pastor at my church. Her name was Mandy Bristol Leverett, and she, as I've explained in the other anti-human trafficking video, she's the founder of CAN, and she's partnered with the SOAP project, and so she talked about her efforts along with many volunteers, and how they worked with other companies and organizations in order to combat human trafficking. And I thought that it was pretty fascinating what they were doing and the cause that they were fighting for, and I wanted to use that as my project. At first, I just did it because it seemed accessible and pretty easy, since, I had a centralized theme to work around and I could have fun with it. But after a while, I really started getting emotionally invested in it, especially as I watched a bunch of anti-human trafficking commercials and documentaries and even TED Talks about it. And I just felt to be honest, I felt angry at what was happening. And I did not expect myself to become this emotionally attached to the cause. But after hearing their stories, I really thought about who I'm impacting by working on this project. And I was thinking, what can I do to help? So I made the box as a symbol of how people are objectified and bought and sold as commodities for the pleasure of other people, and how they're just dehumanized in order to be sold so that others can use them. And I thought that was a very prevalent theme when it came to human trafficking. And with only about 16 to 18 hours in for my project, with a 35-hour minimum that I wanted to get an A on, I decided, why don't I make a commercial? And I only had a little less than a month to work on this, but I thought I could pull it through, and I did. If I had more time, I definitely would have gone more in depth and made it longer and maybe more detailed, but I conveyed the message that I wanted to convey. I just thought, as I was watching those videos about people's experiences as they've gone through human trafficking and forced child marriage and all its different versions of human trafficking, I just saw how easily it could happen to anyone. Like, in one video, they explained how you could buy a prostitute as fast as you can purchase pizza and have it delivered at your door. And I thought that was really scary, especially with the fact that it can happen anywhere, no matter who you are or where you're from, no matter your gender or your education. It can happen to anyone, it can happen anywhere. And it kind of scared me when I watched it, when I learned a lot more about this, but that's really what pushed me to really get involved in this, because now I am super emotionally, physically, mentally invested in this anti-human trafficking campaign that I'm proud to say that I guess I'm an activist now. This is something that I want to continue beyond high school, beyond college, and maybe even join the SOAP project or the CAN Abolition Network, so that I can really make a mark in this anti-human trafficking world. And I don't know if what I said just made sense or anything, but this is something that I want to continue. Hopefully this won't be the last video that I have on this topic, and I really want to be more active in this community. And so please visit the link in the description below if you want to watch the commercial that I made for this project. And thank you for listening and for watching, and so goodbye.